Like a Boss. So, Like a Boss it stars Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne, and it's about these two best friends who attempt to get their company back, which is a cosmetic, makeup, and all that, from uh, the character that's played by the character of Claire Lunar, whatever. Who gives a shit? Played by Salma Hayek. Now, now there's a lot of movies out there, all right, and there's a lot of movies out there, and in this case, there's a lot of movies out there that teaches that movies. I feel like movies, not all, I don't know about all, but there are movies out there that teaches us, the audience, a lesson, teaches us something. And this movie, the demographic I feel for this movie is for women. And the big lesson for it is empowerment. It's this movie is supposed to empower women. Like we haven't gotten that already. Like we haven't gotten all that already. We got other movies that are centered that's demographic or for the female audience for women. That I feel is much better than this movie because I feel like this movie is just well there's no better way for me to say it. This movie is pretty let me adjust this a little bit. This movie is pretty terrible. Yeah, this movie is pretty awful. Just it's supposed to teach, like I said, it's supposed to teach, it's supposed to be all about women empowerment, go women. But I feel like but when I'm watching the movie, I didn't really get empowered. Well, I'm not a woman. Well, I'm not a woman. Well, I'm not a woman, but I didn't get any, but still I didn't but still it doesn't matter, but still, it doesn't matter what gender I am. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any empowerment in this movie. This movie, I didn't get empowerment. What I got from watching this movie was just like I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. Oh my god, oh my god, my mind, after watching this movie, my mind is scattered everywhere. I can't get my thoughts together. What the fuck did I wrote down? Oh yeah. I'm gonna keep looking back at my notes, whatever. Whatever. This movie, I feel like there's style over, the saying style over substance. Well, I feel like there's more humor than story because humor, that is the my biggest issue, my one huge issue with this movie is the humor, because the humor is taking over. The humor in this movie is kind of like, you can think of the humor like a plague, like a virus. It's affecting the story, it's affecting the script. The humor in this movie is affecting, the comedy, it's affecting the script, it's affecting character development, it's affecting like pretty much everything in this movie. Oh my god, and there's so many, and there are supposed to be dramatic scenes in this movie that I'm supposed to feel emotional, but I didn't get it because it's ruined by the fucking humor. The fucking comedy, it's ruining everything. It's just the jokes, by the way, not all. There's only okay, I'll admit, I will confess, there's only just one joke that I actually did laugh out loud. I'll admit that, I'll say that, but everything else, all the other jokes, all the other humor, the comedy, whatever you want to call it, it did not work at all. And by the way, speaking of Salma Hayek, wow. Wow. She played, I don't know what the hell was going, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I felt like she was playing, I felt like she was a cartoon. And it's funny because because the characters in this movie made a joke of Salma's physical appearance, you know, her red hair, with her red hair wig, whatever it is, that she looks like Jessica that she looks like Jessica Rabbit, a cartoon character, which is a cartoon character, and that is exactly what Salma Hayek is portraying. She is a cartoon character in this movie that is trying its best to take itself seriously, but it doesn't because uh so not only is she's like, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to say over the I don't know if I want to say Salma's performance, her acting performance is over the top, but it is cartoonish as hell. And speaking of cartoon, she's not the only villain, not the only antagonistic. There's like there's like these competitors who have their own brand, like these two dudes. There's like these two dudes who have their own brand, and it's about covering a women's like appearance, their face, their flaws, trying to, like I said, this movie. It's so stupid. It's the script is so fucking stupid. Oh my god. And it's just I can't even get my thoughts. I can't even get my thoughts together. Yeah, and I feel like the only positives about this movie, if you can believe it, because there's only like not that much. There's only a few positives, and that's the lead characters of Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne. I love these two actresses. Well, I will say this: I haven't seen a lot of movies with Tiffany Haddish in it. The only movie I saw with her that she starred in was a Girls Trip. Who, a lot of critics, say that she's probably the best part of that movie. In my opinion, I felt like she was annoying. But that's my honest opinion. I thought she was super annoying in that movie, Girls Trip, which starred Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith, if I can remember, and someone else, but I don't really care. I don't really remember. But I thought Tiffany Haddish was super annoying in that movie. But in this movie, I actually thought she's better in this movie than Girls Trip. But Rose Byrne, my only experience with Rose Byrne, from what I can remember, is the X-Men movies, and Neighbors with Seth Rogen. And when it comes to comedy, when it comes to comedy, there is a sense of comedy within Rose Byrne. I believe she's a great actress. They're both. What am I saying? What the fuck am I saying? They're both, Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne. They're fucking talented. They're the only good parts. Like when you're watching this movie, they're best friends, and that they're best friends. You can tell from the beginning to the end of this movie, that Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne, they are truly best friends. They're not like, it's not fake. It's not, you get a sense, you feel a sense that they are best friends. But the script, everything else, the Salma Hayek, the cartoonish villains, the empowerment, teaching the lessons and all that, everything else did not work. It was awful, god awful, terrible. So anyway, I don't want to waste my time with this movie, and you shouldn't too. I mean, when it comes to 2020, there's only 3 movies. Well, for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's only 3 movies that I've seen. Go watch Underwater. Go watch Underwater again. That's a better movie. You know, it's not a perfect movie, but it is a better movie. But it is a better 2020 movie. January 2020 movie so far. So yeah, don't waste your time with this movie. And I'll see you guys. Let me know if you've seen this movie, if you've seen it at all. I don't blame you if you didn't. Maybe you shouldn't see it. Save your money for a better movie, for a movie that you're actually really looking forward to. But anyway, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe. And I will see everyone, all of you, next time in my next video.